place where you can go, where there's no one to tell you yes or no. If you just look into your heart, you will find there. That's the place to start. If you take a step and take another again, you'll find a better place to land. I know that it can be there someday. You've been waiting for. I know this life can be that one life you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Oh, 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 oh. Today could be the day. Oh, 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 today could be the day.
Today is the day, my friends. We're back in the studio this morning. Happy Sunday. Kind of feels good to get back into the studio, although it is really nice to be away from the studio as well. So we've got Julie joining us this morning. Good morning, Julie, Ruth, Rhonda, Dwayne, Carol, Laura. How are you this morning? And we've got Tina joining on the chat this morning so far. I know a lot of other folks are joining us from the East Tennessee Weather app, so good morning. Happy Sunday. If you look outside and what you see is what you're pretty much going to get for most of the day today. It's going to be overcast, gray, dreary, damp. Not necessarily rainy per se all day, but it's just going to be, we have an inversion taking place. So we've got a lot of low-level moisture. Cold front's been swinging its way on through. That inversion is going to trap in a lot of this low-level moisture as the day progresses until the drier air and more sunshine starts to work its way back into the area. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you've not left the house yet, this is a live look in downtown Clinton, Anderson County. And again, some fog, some wet roads, some dreary conditions. And again, I just don't think it's going to go anywhere for the most part for the day today. Let's talk temperatures yesterday. Where were we yesterday? We made it to 48 degrees. I think I was forecasting 40. I was forecasting 47 yesterday. So not too terribly bad. And again, we started to get those rain showers starting to move on in. And actually, last night, some of you, and I posted on social media, I started getting reports of some sleet coming in, and that's due to that drier air. Remember, we talked about that with the initial onset of the precipitation. Because the air is so dry, you may get that switch over to either a little bit of snow across the mountains or a little bit of sleet. Kind of depends on how the atmosphere and the profile of the atmosphere all plays out. But that's what we saw yesterday. It didn't cause any travel concerns whatsoever. Now, going 40% chance of rain today. Not necessarily rain per se, although the mountain counties will hang on to the rain showers a little bit longer. Then it fades through overnight tonight and through the day tomorrow. And then Monday, we'll see increasing clouds. Here comes our next storm system, and it moves in Monday night into Tuesday morning. Then that fades away Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, before yet another storm system is set to arrive as we get into the upcoming weekend. So that's the way it's playing out, my friends. And so let's walk you through all the latest details. We'll pick up the timeline here this morning on our latest satellite and radar, or just the radar recap anyways, over the last 3 hours or so. So you can see how we have rain showers already settling their way on in across parts of the Southern Valley from Monroe County, McMinn, Polk, and to Bradley County, sliding its way up the mountains. And notice that the mountains are showing a little bit of a wintry mix across the highest peaks of the Smokies. So not necessarily looking at anything major, no major accumulating snows across the mountains, but again, a little bit of a wintry mix up there. Here's your future cast, picking up on those showers here this morning. As we progress through the day, you can see that thick deck of clouds that's going to hang out with us. But as we slowly get past lunchtime today, we're going to start to see that gradual increase of sunshine from northwest to southeast. Now, again, if you're across the mountain counties, you're probably going to be stuck in the clouds for most of the day. And we'll see a lot more sunshine across the northern plateau for most of us a little bit earlier in the day because of the motion that is moving its way to the south and southeast. Again, not going to see a whole lot of precipitation by the end of the day, so some light rain showers. Now, this morning, if you step outside, well, it feels great. Not really. But we are much warmer this morning, 15 to nearly 20 degrees warmer than what we were yesterday. And yesterday was brutally cold. I know I didn't do a wake up with Witcher yesterday. We had to pack up the cabin that we were in Sevier County, and we had to get out of there at a certain time. You know how it is when you have Airbnbs. So I had to go pack up the cars, and we got out of there just in the nick of time, so we didn't get overcharged for a whole nother day. But packing up those cars yesterday was brutally cold. My hands were freezing. We're in the 30s and 40s now. So again, at least it's got a little bit of a better feel to the air, but it's still cold. Now, the wind's going to be with us throughout the day. Nothing crazy, just a little bit of a breeze. That's going to cut right through you, so that's going to make it feel colder. If you're out heading off to church this morning, or if you're doing some shopping later on this afternoon, which I have a funny story to tell you here in just a moment when we get over the forecast here. All right, so 40s and 40s are going to be forecast highs, maybe a few pockets of 50s. But remember, as this storm system moves on out, another one is set to arrive. Here comes that next one. We're looking at 500 millibars and the trough digging, helping to scoop up this moisture from the Gulf. Now, for the most part, it's going to be in the form of rain. But models are indicating that we could see maybe some snow showers across the higher elevations, the classic horseshoe, if you will, around East Tennessee. But it's not just that, it's the tanking temperatures we'll see through the day on Tuesday. So let me explain. Hold on. So we'll see about an inch of rainfall. So not much today, but then the next storm system Monday to Tuesday is going to bring us over an inch of rainfall around much of the southeastern U.S. Now, most of the snow is going to stay to our north, but if anybody has any travel plans here this week, Monday into Tuesday, keep in mind if you're traveling northbound on 75 into Kentucky, into Ohio, and the Great Lakes, that's where the battle zone for the snow is going to be. I can't rule out maybe a little bit of icing around here as well, but I think the general idea is the classic horseshoe, maybe a little bit of freezing rain showing up, but it shouldn't cause any major travel concerns as it stands right now. Let's see how this all plays out and evolves over the next couple of days, and I'll be able to give you a better, really good handle on it. But this is the general thinking as of right now. Now, Tuesday, I think we're going to flip-flop our high and our low. I think our high temperature comes down to Monday after Monday. You never know how to say it. Technically, it's midnight on Tuesday midnight, right? But that's going to be early in the morning. So just as we cross over into midnight from Monday into Tuesday, that's likely our high temperature. And then our low temperature will likely be at around 11:59 Tuesday night. So when you go back to the record books, you're like, oh, yeah, great. It was great. Well, not necessarily, because we reversed everything. Because temperature is going to come crashing on down throughout the day on Tuesday. And it's going to be cold. And so with those falling temperatures, and as the moisture starts to move its way on out, do we get some wraparound moisture? Do we get some snow to be developing across the mountains? Well, I took some extensive notes here this morning. And what I'm saying here for Tuesday is that falling temperatures, I think our high is going to be about 45 degrees. Again, that's going to be after midnight. And then those temperatures by 21Z, which would be about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I think temperatures will be about 34 degrees or so, 34 to 36 degrees. And then continuing to fall through the midnight hour. So I think I will have a low temperature in the 30s and a high in the 40s. But again, it is going to be reversed on Tuesday. So here's your official 7-day forecast. As we break it down, we're trending colder. Now, notice Tuesday. Okay, that's not a mistake. We start off warmer at 44, and then our afternoon temperatures are going to be 34. It would do you 100% a disservice if I put the temperature 45 degrees during the as a high for Tuesday on a 7-day forecast. Due to the fact that temperatures are falling, you're like, it's not 44 degrees, it's 34, right, in the afternoon. So that's kind of the story. That's how if you're new to the platform, that's how I do my 7-day forecast, because I wanted to give you the most information you possibly could know. And again, we got to show that reversal going on. With that. All right, let's see. We got Peter joining us. Good morning, out of town, and had to go out and have some fun in the snow in Madison, Wisconsin. Nice. I'm going to see if I can't get that photo up for you. I don't know if I'll be able to get that photo up on the chat right here. I'll try to get that up, Peter, in just a little bit. Full steam ahead to Christmas. I know. And I don't even know when we're going to set up Christmas, because we are in the middle of a kitchen renovation. So because of that kitchen renovation, my wife and I were talking last night. We're like, well, I don't necessarily know that we should put up Christmas while we're in the middle of a renovation. It's just going to get super dusty. And then my wife works all next week because I'm gone next week. Remember, next week I'm going down to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee for a digital weather conference that I'm presenting at. It's the second annual digital weather conference that my group of friends who have designed and developed what East Tennessee weather is here locally across the country we have now designed and developed a weather conference, a digital weather conference. And so there's a lot of people coming. And believe it or not, for those of you weather nuts out there, guess who's going to be showing up? He is scheduled. We'll see if he shows up. He's scheduled to speak at the conference, but we're talking about Mr. Ryan Hall, y'all. He's going to come and talk about his platform as well. From what I understand, he's getting a little tired of doing national weather because he's working a lot of hours. But he's built a great platform for folks across the country. All right. Your mother just released a book, Whispers to the Divine, by Linda S. Mason. Check it out on Amazon. I think, does that have to do with East Tennessee, Dwayne? Because I think she keeps posting that on my platform, and I wasn't sure who that was. I was like, I don't know if this is a real book or if I'm being botted. Sometimes you don't know if it's bots out there. And just know that, listen, if there's any naysayers on the platform, you come here to have arguments and whatnot. I know most of you don't, but I've had a couple. Just know that if you do that, you're going to get blocked instantly. I already had one guy this morning from Lenore City trying to just kind of be a big jerk on social media. I was like, I'm done. I'll kill you with kindness, but you are not allowed on this platform if you are going to act like that, right? Let's get to work, shall we? Let's talk about those national holidays. It is November 30th, so we'll take you back outside and show you what it looks like from Fox Road Marina. Has some water on the lens here, but that's kind of the day that we're going to see today. Overcast and gray. A good day for a day of rest. To hang inside and watch some movies or some NFL football, if that's what you do. November 30th, so we're celebrating birthdays and events, of course, on this good old last day of November, which, by the way, today marks the last day of hurricane season. Did you know that? And November was a very quiet month when it came to hurricanes, or lack thereof. All right, today is National Secondhand Sunday. I'm going to give a big shout out to that. I love secondhand stores. Carm is the store of choice when we're looking for secondhand clothing, but of course some of those other secondhand stores as well. What do we have? Plato's Closet. We've got a bunch of other ones. Great. I love secondhand clothes. All right. National Personal Space Day. Some of you are in those. Some of you like personal space. That is not me. I like to be amongst a bunch of people as much as I possibly can. Today is also National Mississippi Day. It's also National Mason Jar Day. Great. Mason jars are great. Let's see. In mason jars, I've made candles. I've made ghee, my own ghee, because I like to cook. And making your own ghee is a lot cheaper, and you can pick out the right butter that you want to use. Let's see, what else can you put in mason jars? Change, jellies. Remember, I made some bacon tomato jam not too long ago. Put that in a mason jar. Today is National Moose Day. Anybody like moose? No, we're talking about the moose, like meese and moose, like the dessert. Today is Stay Home Because You're Well Day. Stay home because you're well day. Today is also National Meth Awareness Day. Big problem in the United States, right? It also is National Computer Security Day. National Computer Security Day. It is always important to change your passwords. Make sure you're safe and everything's ready to go on your computer, so you can be security safe. Probably a good idea to do so. All right, let's move right along. Weather history for this date. In 1989, squalls produced heavy snow in the lower Great Lakes region, just like it has over the last couple of days, with 15 inches reported in Chaffee, New York. In 1988, snow in the upper Great Lakes region pushed the precipitation total for the month at Marquette, Michigan, past their previous November record of 7 inches and 7.67 inches. We also had a lot of Santa Ana winds that day. In California, gusts up to 75 miles per hour. In 1987, showers produced heavy rain over the northeastern U.S. Up to 3 inches of rain drenched Brandywine Creek Basin of Pennsylvania. Do they have Brandywine in Brandywine Creek? In 1976, McCloud Harbor, Alaska. McCloud? I think so. Reported a precipitation for November of 70 inches, which made it a state record. In 1967, a record November snowstorm struck Washington, D.C. It produced over a foot of snow in just 12 hours. And in 1957, Lee Slope winds. That would be the leeward side of the mountains. Produce winds gusting up to 82 miles per hour in Honolulu. Those are also known as Chinook winds, a warming, compressing wind off the mountains. In 1925, an extremely rare late November hurricane began to affect the west coast of Florida. As it strengthened during the day, the storm made landfall very early on December 1st, south of Tampa Bay. And in 1875, a severe early season cold wave set November records in the northeastern U.S. The temperature dipped to 5 below zero in New York City, 2 below in Boston, and 13 below in Eastport, Maine. I've been to Eastport, Maine. All right, and on this date in history across the world, let's talk about our daily quote for the day. The golden opportunity you are seeking is in yourself. It is not in your environment. It is not in luck or chance or the help of others. It is in yourself alone. Orison Sweet Martin. In 1993, U.S. President Clinton signed into law the Brady Bill. The Brady Bill required 5-day waiting period for handgun purchases, background checks, and prospective buyers. That was 1993, by the way. In 1982, Epic Records released the album Thriller by Michael Jackson. In 1982, the motion picture Gandhi had its world premiere in New Delhi. In 1971, ABC TV aired Brian's Song, the movie about the Chicago Bears' Brian Piccolo and his friendship with Gail Sayers. In 1940, Lucille Ball and Cuban musician Desi Arnaz were married. In 1897, Thomas Edison's own motion picture projector had its first commercial exhibition. And in 1782, the United States and Britain signed preliminary peace articles in Paris, ending the Revolutionary War. Pretty cool stuff there. Now we'll take you to downtown Gatlinburg, where I was just a few days ago. And it was packed. The holidays had downtown Gatlinburg and Sevier County just slam packed. There we go. Laura uses mason jars for sourdough starters. You know one thing, Laura, I've never made sourdough. I've made bread. I almost said alcohol because I was reading Andrew's thing. Well, I have made alcohol too. I brewed beer. Haven't brewed beer in a long time, but I still brew beer every. Well, I haven't brewed beer in a long time. Let's see. You're gonna be watching football, putting up ornaments on the trees, and making cinnamon rolls from scratch. Ooh, Laura, I've got a good recipe for cinnamon rolls. I do have a good recipe. But, you know, just cinnamon and sugar and extra cinnamon sugar and butter. Can't go wrong with that. Habitat Restore on Downtown West, great secondhand store. Oh, that nice, Carol. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. We got events going on. We've got Bucky's Bikes on Sunday, December 7th. Donate a brand new bike or money. It's going to be held at Holston Hills Country Club. Don't have all the information on hand. All bikes go to the Mission of Hope, by the way. So if you're looking to donate to the community, Mission of Hope, brand new bicycles to Bucky's Bikes, you can donate those December 7th at Holston Hills Country Club. Right, Andrew? Truer words have never been said. Better been spoken. What? Huh? See if I can get the words out. See, post pics of the family cabin stay. I hope you and your family had a great holiday vacation. It was great. You had to watch Brian's song in school and read it in school. Nice. So let's see. We do have a couple of photos to share with you here this morning. I think had some great shots. So here's a good one. This is from Krista Hilla. Chris on his birthday outfit. Can't believe he's 16 now. Rocking it. 16. He looks like I looked when I was 16 years old. And here's Tilly's first Thanksgiving dinner. Got to get that on there, of course. Get your kids on there, Krista. Oh, did she spit it out? Here's a great shot from Wade Ward, Thanksgiving sunrise in Whitesburg, Tennessee. Ooh, that's a beautiful one, Wade. You have knocked it out of the park with this one on Thanksgiving. Stand by. That right there is something we should be thankful for. It was cold. I had a great one from Joey Exum. I posted this on social media yesterday. How about this one? That looks cool. I don't know if Joey's on here this morning. Sometimes he joins us, sometimes not. But Does that look like ice right there on the foreground? I don't know. I can't tell if that's ice. It almost looks like ice. I don't think he says anything about that. He just says Concord Park sunrise. We got Kelly 3, or excuse me, Kathy 3, Amelia Island. Great little shot there. I mean, who doesn't like to go to the beach? Love the old piers. That's a cool one. And Lisa Gibson sharing her views of her grandson this morning. If it's sideways, it would be okay because he's laying down. There it is. He's laying down. The picture was not sideways, but she says, my grandson Corbin Reese, first Thanksgiving, Grandma's little turkey. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, let's see if I have any photos to share with you. I do. I've posted some on social media. I don't know if you got them all, or for those of you that may not follow me on all my social media platforms. But my wife and her mom. So we'll start here because this is. Let's see where did it all start. Well, we went to Anakeesta. I showed you those pictures the other day. So we had fun at Anakeesta. I think I shared this one not too long ago. This is my son coming down the Chondola. My son was in there. Just really cool view of downtown Gatlinburg. Many of you saw my broadcast area inside a movie theater room at these big giant cabins in Sevierville. Really cool place, by the way. So that was my movie. That was in the movie theater room, which we did watch a movie called something about the moon. It was made in 2024. Not Man on the Moon, something else. Anyways, it was great movie, by the way. So we watched that as a family. There's all the kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, cousins, whatever you want to call them, all having their first breakfast together. Of course, this is the whole group up on top of Anakeesta. My wife and her mom, every year, my wife makes pizzelles every year. So there's Judy and Janelle. So, by the way, my wife's whole family is all J's. John, Judy, Janelle, Jesse. And let's see, what else do I got? Here's the kitchen renovation. So that used to be a door, by the way. So we're renovating now because we had a house fire. I will be posting more as the progress continues, and you get to see firsthand progress right here. But that used to be a back door. We used to have 2 back doors going to the backyard. 1973 house, so it was really chopped up. We've been opening it up, and so now we put a window there. And let's see. And we're tearing down wall, so that goes into our big great room, but not bonus room, like a big family room. That's where our dining room table is. So you can see where the wall used to be. It used to cut off this room, so we're going to take that wall off in the background. And that wall also looks like this from the other side. So there we go. That wall right there is coming on down. And then that's going to be just opening it up to the kitchen. We did the fantasy of trees, so that was always fun. I wrote this down. I got to give a big shout out. She joins the broadcast quite a bit. And I met her at Fantasy of Trees. Hold on. I have her name in here. Here we go. That's my wife and I, Fantasy of Trees. And this right here is a picture. Her name is Christy Anderson from Lenore City. Everyone say hi to Christy Anderson. She came up to me at the Fantasy of Trees. She goes, I watch you every single morning. I don't see her on the platform, I don't think, this morning. Christy, if you are on here, fire away in the chat. I don't see you on the chat so far. But anyways, it was great to meet you. She had a little, I didn't ask you about your arm, but it looks like you had a little brace on your arm. Let's see. What other pictures do I have to share with you? Here's the whole family at the cabin. So we have taken down this picture every single year. And in the same pose, in the same location, the kids just keep getting bigger and bigger. Let's see. Here's my son. Let's get this one on here. And got that little Home Depot thing at the Fantasy of Trees. So there's Caden. Here's Kipton getting way too much whipped cream on his pie. But no judgment here. Let's see. What else do we have? This is us going. So every year the kids get together, the adult kids get together, and we get to go out and have some adult time. And then Grandma and Grandpa, Pop and Gigi, take care of the kids. So we ended up on Black Friday night in Pigeon Forge to go out and have a cocktail and have some dinner. And it was slam packed. We found a place, not the place we originally wanted to go to, but we found a place. And then one of the adult kids wanted to go do some shopping. So that's in the Nike shop. right there at the Mountain Mile. And I'm sitting there going, I do not want to be here right now shopping on Black Friday night. So that was fun. Here's a funny picture. My son driving home from the mountains. We took the back road so we didn't have to deal with it. Did you know that that's my new house I'm moving into? Did you know that? Not. But a massive house. My poor son was getting so car sick. I was like, you just got to get out of the car. So I pulled over. Get out of the car. You got to go take a nice little walk. That's the only way to actually get rid of the car sickness, right? All right, let's blast the music. Let's have a great day. It is Sunday, a day of rest, a day of activities. We've got a lot of homework to do for the kids. We're going to go to church. My in-laws, my wife's parents are still in town, but we're going to take them to our church here this morning. And I think they're staying in town for a couple weeks, or a couple more days, actually, to be honest with you. So one of these days I'll catch up on some sleep. It's hard to catch up on sleep when you're hanging out with family, right? Let's see before we wrap things up. Let's see what you are saying in the chat here. You'll be heading off to church in Sevier Heights. How are the roads going to be? Roads? Wet? Roads are fine. And it's raining now. Well, she could do that. I wouldn't help push it along for her. But I didn't know if that was her or not. Maybe a good day to throw up your Christmas lights and get the Christmas decorations if you haven't done that yet. Teresa had some sleet and halls last night. It's time we all stop putting up with bullies on social media. Yeah, no doubt about that. Ain't no fun. It's funny how people can say things on social media and the internet, but they never say it to your face. You know what I mean? Let's see. I think you saw me on Wednesday. I wanted to say hi, but I also didn't want to bother you and your family. Love seeing you from afar. Watched you for a very long time. Love watching your family grow online. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Always, listen, I say it all the time. Always come up. You're never bothering us. I love when you come up and say hi. Don't ever be afraid. Don't ever be afraid to come say hi to the Witcher family if you ever see us out and about. Oh, C-bands work great for car sickness. You can get them at Walmart. Nice. I'll have to check that out. He's like, Dad, I get car sick terribly bad. Yep. Welcome to the family. All right, my friends, I sure hope you have a great Sunday. We'll see you back here for Wake Up with the Witcher tomorrow morning. It starts off at 7:30 in the morning. It's going to be overcast, dreary, and damp today. Drier this evening, dry tomorrow, but rain showers and heavy rain Monday into Tuesday. Falling temperatures on Tuesday. It's going to be cold, and we'll have to watch out for a wintry mix, so stay tuned for that. Not to mention another chance for more rain Friday into next Saturday. And by the way, what a bummer loss last night. I thought we were going to... let's not talk about that, right? Have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short.